You called it when you said that your peoples told you that that's supposed to be the way that you behave, right? And I think that's the main component that's missing today. Our parenting is just different, right? I said it before, but I'm in a position to see what a lot of households are like, and I can tell you the TV raises the children, the phone raises the children, everything but the parents or parent. In most of our cases, unfortunately, right, one parent raised the children. So we don't have the foundation to even know how to behave like that. And then besides that, we're dealing with many traumas as children, and then it's just not a habit. You don't even know how to interact with people, so it's very difficult for us to just turn that light on and say, you know what, all right, let me speak to this person today, because it's habit. You become introverted and you don't know how to even behave around people, or you just have you develop xenophobia. You think that this everyone's trying to hurt you or trying to get something out of you. What are you bothering me for? I know, me personally, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, where it's pretty much like New York. We got pretty much a New York flavor. 20 minutes and you in New York, right? So if we used to say what's up to people, they would get pissed off. I know you. Like, that's just what it was. It was that deep. It was that deep. I know you. Like, who you, son? Like, that's what it's like. So it's so weird because we don't teach our children. That's what we really have to do. We have to spend more time with our children, and we don't go over principles. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, how many times you hear your parents told you over and over, like, no, you better not act like that. You know what you're supposed to be doing. They don't do that anymore. Just don't. They just let it happen. Whatever, whether it be the TV, whether it be the phone, they're not getting that foundation that they need. They're not getting people to tell them, listen, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And it's horrible. But that's where it starts. We're going to have to do better as parents. If I see something going on, if it's parents that I know, and I would never, ever undermine a parent in front of their child. However, if I see something that ain't fly, I'll pull them to the side after the fact and be like, yo, check this out. How about you try this? Or you know why they're doing like that? It's because of this. And we don't do that.
So
Shout out to up north.
True.
I'm sure we about to trail over into after hours a little bit. I know.
Messing with Sweeney.
Not tonight.
I want to answer a question, and I swear this is coming from love. This is coming from love. I swear it is. So earlier I asked, what do y'all want? What do y'all want from us? Right? And the lady responded. She said, for a year, it's been complaints about black women. And in defense of it, women did do it for years, but okay. How about a combined conversation instead of tit for tat? And I'm with you. I swear to God, I'm with you. Here's the reason why we can't get to that point. Because, and I bullshit you not, because we've been speaking for only a year, and our women, by and large, have not acknowledged it yet. All we've been getting on these panels. Kevin Samuels, Lapeef, let's talk. All the men on these panels. All we've been getting is pushback and buts. What about? What about? It has not been acknowledged. The issues that black men have with our women have not been acknowledged yet. And the moment you acknowledge it and you say, okay, brother, I see what you're going through and I see the pain that we may have caused you. And when you actually ask that question, who hurt you, you're actually ready for the answer. We will never get to the point where we can just have a balanced conversation. So I beg y'all, if you truly want us to have a balanced conversation, at least acknowledge our pain. Acknowledge that the fact that we have been hurt by our women. Acknowledge the fact that we have been taken to the clinic. Yeah, I know you, Perry, but I'm just talking about people in general. Like, what we've been seeing in general has not been an acceptance of the problems that we have. So, and that's pretty much, if we can get there, then we can have a balanced conversation. Other than that, if we can't get there, it will always be we sitting here mad at black women mad at us, and you got two separate panels, black women complaining on TikTok, black men complaining on YouTube. And then we'll never have a full-blown conversation with one another. We have to acknowledge each other's pain. And until that happens, there is no conversation. That's why these conversations we keep getting asked the same questions over and over again. They asked again, why aren't men deciding not to get married? The men told you why they don't want to get married. We done been telling y'all for a year and a half straight why we don't want to get married. You still confused? It's because you don't acknowledge the fact that what we're saying. You hear what you want to hear, and you take what you want to take from it. You say, and then you come up, then you go to your side of the internet, and you tell women this is why the men don't want to get married, and it's completely opposite of what we just told you when you was in this space. Hear what we saying, take it in, acknowledge it, feel for us, and we'll feel for you. But until that happens, it's gonna always be tit for tat. It's gonna always be a look. And as a matter of fact, it's getting to the point where, and I know Ali was being facetious, but part of that was because of some shit that I actually told him last week. Until then, he's right. We're just gonna accept the fact that that's what y'all gonna do, and we're gonna let the chips fall where they fall. If that means we're apart, if that means our kids are apart and they don't give a fuck about each other, then it is what it is. If that means that y'all are apart and ain't nobody there to wipe your ass when you old and you can't do it yourself, it is what it is. That means your kid ain't got a father, it is what it is. Because
what kind of nation makes you fight for your kid?
Right.
What kind of nation do we live in that makes you fight for your child?
Right.
And if you go away, oh, he's a deadbeat. He walked away from this. He's fine. He has to, like, there's nothing where our women get together and go, hold on. We didn't even have a baby till I connected with him. So something that came from him traveled through my body and came out. That it has to be like, it's a lot of his kid, ain't it? He shot something into you, his DNA, and then you said, nope, my body, my choice. And then he said, damn, okay, I'll be responsible. Nah, that's my baby. You got to do exactly what I want, how I want for this baby.
Ali, you want to know the most jacked up part? You want to know the most jacked up part? Oh, go ahead, Paris.
I'm sorry. One other thing that we have to integrate into this is the punishing idea. A lot of times we using each other as weapons and catalysts for get back. When I talked about the Halle Berry thing today, it was so many men who were like, that's what she get. Good for her. Or when we mentioned the Keke Palmer situation or the Megan Thee Stallion situation, there's so many women that are championing, oh, he needs to be locked up. Good for him. And that'll teach these men, and maybe he'll learn that. And it's like, when we're having these conversations, we're doing more demonizing to uphold double standards that we do not align with. We know it's wrong, but we're doing more demonizing in order to prove a point. And other people are being used as weapons. We're not just using the children no more. We're using other people in their situations as a weapon to demonstrate our hurt. And that's the part of the healing that Layla was mentioning earlier that I think needs to be addressed. We talk about all this healing and trying to be a better person when you move on, but a lot of this stuff is being transmitted in the most negative way. Even when you see the Facebook statuses that constantly go viral, regardless, every 6 months about if a man start playing with me, I'm going to show him I act just like my daddy. What the fuck does that mean? Why are we so conditioned to using our sex as a way of getting back at men to hurt them, and then trying to acknowledge the fact that we honor sexual liberation? It don't work like that. Inadvertently, oh my gosh, you're basically saying I wouldn't have been disloyal with my body had something else been happening, but because my feelings are hurt, let me be disloyal to my body. Let me be disloyal and show him I'm gonna do something that he probably could have predicted anyways. And it don't make sense. And when I hear these men have these conversations about the women and the children, oh, she constantly having babies by these other type of men, and that's not my responsibility. Okay, great, kudos. But the answer is not for you to take your fucking passport and leave the other women who are still here, still trying to support you, still trying to be your wife without children. Where do you leave us? We still want to learn. We still want to be here. We still want to be protected. We still want to champion for Black men. You can't just abandon because of the other women who probably were on your radar are already sour. So we got to stop demonizing each other. A lot of this conversation comes at the basis of us trying to use other people's pain as a catalyst for get back for people who not even fucked about us no more.